I'm here to show you why I think low poly 3D modeling is really easy by making random things. Today I'm making some headphones. So I'm going to start by adding a cylinder and putting it down to 8, keeping it low poly, rotating it to the direction I want to work in, shrinking it down a little bit. And then we're going to rotate it like this, which will be helpful later. Make it a little bit thinner, and then we'll start working on like the cushion of the headphone with a little bevel here. Bevel this doesn't really work, so it's going to apply transform, and we can do it again, and it'll work a little bit better. So we have that little low poly cushion there. Here it took me a second to decide what to do, but I duplicate these faces and move them up, extrude them out to make this little floating piece. I don't want it to actually float, I'm just kind of messing around with it here. Then I inset this and make this little thing, but I don't want it to just jut through, I kind of want it to actually be connected, so here I am again connecting some vertices and just putting all this stuff together. And those are just merging vertices. Now I'll inset this and I can start working on the actual band on the top that goes over your head. So I just kind of start extruding and kind of mapping out the general shape. I noticed that I accidentally sized it on the X a little bit, so I try to smooth that back out. You may notice that I'm only doing half the headphones here. I will be applying a mirror modifier that will do the other half for me, basically. Make it perfectly symmetrical so I don't have to do things twice. I noticed that I was actually extruding the edge here instead of the face, so that was a little mistake. That took out a little bit of time. Here I'm just kind of deciding on the shape before messing with the mirror modifier, trying to figure out what axis to put it on. I need to apply some transforms and move it on the other side of the x-axis so that it reflects over correctly, more like that. And I fidget with this for a good couple minutes probably. I probably should have applied the mirror modifier to start with instead of doing it at the end, but it is what it is. So I stretch them out a little bit. And I also decide that the cushions are a little bit too big, so I select everything but the cushions and invert my selection, shrink them down a little bit. And then I deal with these overlapping faces by just deleting all of them and kind of redoing it. And I'm happy with that, so I go on to adding some materials. I add a black material that I already had, and then I need to create a new material selection, which I do, and I make that dark gray. No particular reason, but works. And those are my headphones. Overall, it took me 6 minutes and 43 seconds. Comment what I should do next.